Welcome to the Game Corner, another video game podcast. My name is Harrison. You might know me online as RobKTA, and I'm joined, as always, by friend and co-host.
This is Sheldon. You probably know me as Captain Yanova.
Hey, you said it in the right order this week.
Yes.
Last week you had fun with that. I also just noticed, I don't know what this is. I want to talk about it on the air, though. There's a script button on Riverside, and I don't know what. Jot down a script to use during recording. Hello. Can you see that? Oh, visible only to you.
I don't get a script.
That's dumb.
What is this?
I don't know. All right, that's different.
Rude.
So, what's up? How you doing, Sheldon?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty okay.
Sweet.
We got I don't know. There's like there's not a whole lot to talk about, which means
it's that weird lull after Worlds, and
it's after Worlds. It's before DLC. We have Pittsburgh this weekend, which is very fun. So the next episode we'll have stuff to talk about. But right now we're just kind of we have very little, which in reality
can be
means we have a lot to talk about. Yeah, we're just gonna go off the rails this episode.
So is Pittsburgh the last Reg D tournament?
It's the only Reg D tournament.
Okay.
Well, sorry, that's so short-sighted of me. It's the only Reg D tournament in NA.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's some Lat M, and I think somewhere in across the pond.
Just there's only one that we know people going to. And
yes.
I think everybody's kind of getting Reg D'd out as well right now too. So
yes,
ready for a change.
There's a terrible joke there that I'm not going to make. So yes, we Mocha's going to be at Reg D. Mocha's going to be at Pittsburgh. Bruno's going to be at Pittsburgh, and I think that's it for our close friends. If we forgot you, then am I sorry for that statement.
Yell at us in the comments.
Yeah, true. Roast me. But yeah, so that's coming up. I have no idea what either of them are bringing. I know they've locked in their teams. They've been practicing, I think, for like a couple weeks with their team so far. So they're pretty excited for it. I'm excited to see how it goes. It is the first tournament since Worlds.
Yeah.
Or official tournament since Worlds. Which is cool because I want to see how the scene at Worlds affects this tournament. Right?
Yeah. I wonder, so I guess it's one of the things too, with it being the only one in NA, are people just going to run some wild...
It's going to be... Is it one or the other? It's going to be super spicy stuff or like so cut and dry, run of the mill, like
copy paste Worlds teams. And
yeah. I don't know.
So I feel like you get one or two. You're going to get the people that just want to cut and paste because it's good, it's proven, it worked. There's not much else to play for in this format, so just ship it. Or you're going to get some people. It's like, I've been holding on to this.
This is my sauce. I've had it for a bit.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. I don't know. I obviously I hope for the spice, right? Like that'll be so much more fun than just boring old Worlds team stuff, but we'll see. We'll see. We got literally from the day this airs, Pittsburgh starts tomorrow. Well, Friday is whatever. 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. 2 days from the day this episode drops, so we'll see. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Some quick housekeeping to interject with that. I believe there's a very decent chance that we actually don't have an episode next week.
It's possible.
Because I am on a boat.
Can't edit from a boat.
Can't edit from a boat. I don't have a laptop. If I had like a decent laptop, I actually would probably still not do that while I'm on vacation.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't want to do it when I'm not on vacation. So
that's that's true. Hey, to be fair, I've got editing down to a science. If you're in the Discord, I've been hit or miss on actually doing this, but I like to time myself in the Discord. I'll go in the general chat, be like, I'm editing now, and then when I'm finished, I make another message, and it's normally under an hour to get everything edited, posted, thumbnail made, all the fun stuff. That is boy, that is some of the fun things you can look forward to if you join our Discord, and the link down below.
Exciting.
Are we selling this yet? We also get fine spoilers. I'm working on stuff, and if all goes well, when this airs, 2 nights from when this airs, so Tuesday night when we're recording, I'm actually gonna go stream on the channel here. I haven't announced it on social media. I really don't expect any sort of audience at all. But I will stream. And
Test run.
It's gonna be more of a test, yeah, because I want to see if I can do what I want to do. I am gonna be playing Starfield. I'm gonna hopefully play like the first hour of Starfield or so. And we'll see how that goes. But if in the process, me or my computer might melt with what I want to accomplish, so we'll see. But test stream incoming, and then I'm gonna if I can get all my stuff done, I'm going to actually post that. I'm gonna edit it down and post it on the channel as a real video. That's just my current I don't know, science experiment. We'll go with that.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'll call it that.
For science.
But all that to say, the reason I was saying that is because if you join the Discord, I am going to post it there and make an announcement. But that's the only place, so you get some special treatment in the Discord if you care about early knowing things. Yeah.
All right.
There's my self plug for the episode. So what's up? So we got what's new with your life? We kind of skipped over the small talk.
Yeah. With my life, pretty much the same old. We had a nice long weekend, so that was, that was nice. Had a holiday.
Do anything fun for the holiday?
Nope. Cooked some, did a typical hamburger hot dog kind of grill thing.
Oh, sure. You are the dad of the group.
Yeah. So did that, drank some beer, good time. Not at work. So that's not at work is the best part about being on holiday. Yes. We went to Universal Studios, both Hollywood and Orlando, do Halloween Horror Nights, which is very fun. We've been going for the last 7-8 years, so super fun. It's just they do themed like haunted house stuff, right? But you can just walk through the haunted house. They have like Last of Us this year, Stranger Things, Universal Monsters. They have Dueling Dragons, which is funny because that's an old ride at Universal. What else was good that we went to? Oh, they had The Exorcist. We didn't see that one yet. That's cool. Cool houses. It's a fun vibe. It's just spooky season. Yeah, it's that time of year.
So it is very good. So that's fun. That was our weekend. We did that.
That sounds fun though.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna put him on blast. Mocha's weekend was Dragon Con, and if you didn't see his tweets or Instagram posts, you should go look those up to see his amazing cosplays. His wife is very crafty, apparently. I don't know if I'm sure he helped too, but the cosplays there are just so good. So go check them out. One of them is in fact the Thunderous.
Yep.
To keep it on the Pokemon theme. Yeah, so there's that.
Man.
So Regulation E is happening.
We have dates. Updated dates, and I think that's pretty much it.
Did we talk about the Pokemon? Like they gave us like it's everything new coming with the Teal Mask.
Yeah. But is there still banned? Because they left that blurb on it, the first announcement.
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't know. I could totally be wrong.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I could look
this up. But yeah, so it's some, I guess, things that come with the Teal Mask, I suppose. but the updated dates run through January 4th. Is that right?
Second, I think.
Second, whatever that. Hold on, I guess I can pull up a calendar.
I lost it. I had a tweet in it. It
Boop,
refreshed
boop.
and went away.
The 2nd is a Tuesday. The 4th is a Thursday. So I have no idea. It's a weird time. It wasn't like
Second,
the 31st.
January 2nd.
Okay, so it wasn't the 31st, which was kind of the thing that confused me. I expected it to be the end of the year, end of the month. But we get an extra day, day and a half into next year for Regulation E, which people are presuming that means that we get Indigo Disc sometime. Is that right? Yeah, Indigo Disc.
Indigo Disc, yeah.
I want to say Indigo Plateau. That's very wrong. Indigo Disc sometime in December, which like would be really cool. Like I would love a 2-month turnaround.
Yeah.
Between the DLCs.
That'd be quick turnaround for them too.
Well, that means that they just developed the DLC like all in one go, and they wanted to split it up because it's thematically different, right? So that's kind of cool. If that's the case, I'm pretty excited for that. And I mean, there's I don't know if it's a rumor or a thought or something floating around that like there'll be more DLC for this game because the DLC for Swish went so well. DLC for this seems to be going pretty well, and then they can just continue to build off of this. This game. So we'll see. I mean, we got 2 weeks. No, 1 week.
Next week.
Oh,
next week. DLC's next week.
The DLC's next week.
Yeah.
I'm on a boat.
Oh no.
Well, I can. I'll have.
You have to find some internet so you can download it.
Unlock it. What? Yeah. Oh, because this is gonna be. They don't preload.
No.
I'm so sad.
Yeah, it'll be an update since it's DLC.
So okay, I'm mad because I was gonna maybe stream playing through that, but I guess not. But I'm on my boat, so we'll see how much I want to play that game.
You're gonna have some serious FOMO floating around the ocean there.
Yeah, if I can't play, I'll have FOMO because I will. I'll have enough internet to see tweets, but if I don't have enough internet to download the update, I'll be sad. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited for it though. The DLC continues to look fun, right? Like looking back at the trailers, looking back at some of the information that's coming out for it, all that fun stuff. Like I am excited to play the story part of the game again, or get back into that part, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know personally I've been wildly negligent on actually like battling and playing VGC. Wow, this feels like the wrong place to say that.
Like I said, we're in that lull. We're in that. It's like the off season.
It's off season, especially because I knew I wasn't going to Pittsburgh, so I had very little like need to practice Reg D. Yeah. Despite the Reg D I've played, I had so much fun in Reg D.
Yeah.
So it's
but
fine.
The DLC is going to be fun. I think we're getting a lot.
Oh,
especially whenever you talk spoilers and stuff that's been leaked and everything.
So we are so close to the DLC's release. We're so close to. I don't think we should talk spoilers.
Yeah,
right?
It's almost here.
It's next week.
But there's some wild stuff.
There's some good stuff. Yeah, if you want spoilers, they're out there. You can find them. Like there's been stuff that's been leaked.
Mainly the one Victory Road posted, since it's like posted from a Japanese website, like
the TM stuff.
Yeah.
So like
I think
that's
like the biggest VGC relevant news on the whole thing.
Absolutely. So I mean, I don't mind saying that one because it's pretty like it's an official spoiler. But yeah, so like the TMs that were in Swish in the first Isle of Armor.
It was the tutor moves or TMs.
The tutor moves. Yeah, so they're coming back though.
Yes.
Nonetheless, tutor moves coming back as TMs in Teal Mask. So that's very fun.
Yep.
Very fun. So Grassy Glide.
Yep. So if you don't remember those, the ones that were
then you
revealed,
you did not play VGC if you don't remember those moves.
Yeah, Grassy Glide, Burning Jealousy, Poltergeist, and Lash Out are the ones revealed, as well as Toxic being a TM again. So hooray for singles players.
Was Toxic not a TM?
No, it hasn't been a TM since Gen 7. It wasn't in Gen 8.
Was it not? Was it not a TM in Gen 8?
No.
What? Wait.
Yeah, that was like the biggest, like,
so dumb now.
that was like the biggest hit to like singles cart
Sure,
players,
yeah.
I guess, because
Yeah,
that was always
absolutely.
a staple.
It is a staple in singles for stall, all that fun stuff. I knew that, but wow.
But getting Grassy Glide and Burning Jealousy back.
And Poltergeist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Poltergeist. Not too many things ran that other than like Alola Marowak in
I am excited to see
Sword and Shield.
Dragapult with it.
Yeah.
Justin Tang made that tweet, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a good point. I
Yeah.
want to see it because everything has an item. It's VGC. It's competitive. Right. Unless you consume it,
yeah,
then you have it.
But yeah, so and we don't know what learns, so we don't know if they just
we just know the moves,
like move pool. So Rillaboom may not get Grassy Glide.
Yes.
I hope it does. Honestly, like personally, like because it still kind of needs it. Like Woodhammer's fun and does a lot of damage, but that priority just changes everything. More say goodbye to your, Urshifus.
It changes the game, Rillaboom having it or not having it, right?
Yeah.
Like it can swing either way.
And then your Farigiraf is much better from Worlds.
Yeah, true. So we'll see. There's a lot of fun stuff coming there.
Yep. Burning Jealousy, I felt like it's something we should have just had access to all along too, just to prevent so many setup, just a little punishing, like as far as like, annihilates a lot of things like that, just burn it. It'll
be fun. It'll be fun to have these tools back in our toolkit for VGC.
Yeah, get your Torkoals back out, put Burning Jealousy on it instead of Overheat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very good. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited for it, and both for whatever Regulation E ends up being, how the new Pokemon that'll come into the game change the meta, shape the meta, etc. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm very I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be. I think the DLC is going to be really good. Like I thought Sword and Shields were really good, and this one's probably going to be way better. Aren't we supposed to get a enhancement patch along with it?
So yes, they said that my understanding is that there was like a very small enhancement patch, like performance enhancement patch, like 6 months ago at this point. I don't know, early in the year, and then they were supposed to just go to the DLC. So like we're hope that there's a huge improvement coming with the DLC.
Yeah, that'll be bigger than the TMs if we get an actual performance boost, because this game needs it.
This game needs it. So this game really needs it.
There's still the lag, because I was working on through my Violet playthrough since I haven't beat that one yet.
I should do that.
And there's just so much lag still. Like, it's just little things, just polish. It needs polish. The game does.
Yeah, polish. It needs polish and frames.
Yeah,
really.
Like their first one helped a little bit. What did they remove stuff from the overworld? Like as far as what spawns, that helped somewhat, and you don't notice a crazy difference. Even though, man, I gotta tell you right now, I started playing through Violet again. Like I started, and I was like, nah, I don't like this playthrough. I'm gonna start a new one. On the first route, whenever you leave the main city, 2 shiny freaking Rookies, back to back.
Fun. Oh,
yeah. I was like, wow. I think I've gotten 1 full-on shiny in my Scarlet playthrough that I've played the most, and this one
still never got
seriously got it, and then went to battle a trainer, and I saw one just walk across the screen. I was like, no, get out of the trainer battle.
I must go catch this one too. I've still never caught a shiny. I'm so sad.
Which is wild, because it feels like should be.
I've been playing this game for literal decades. So, yeah. Is that really all we have for Pokemon news?
Pretty much. How's your sleep going?
Oh, Pokemon Sleep. Oh, we can talk about that. We had the
event. The
yes, they had an event. My goodness, they had
not
the
full moon or what?
Good sleep event.
Yeah.
Good sleep night. I don't know. It's going. I feel. I don't know. I don't check it like every hour or whatever, however long the helper Pokemon take to like collect all their stuff. I don't know if I would be having higher numbers. The game is a glorified like clicker game.
It is like a time management clicker game.
Yeah, with sleep tracking pinned on.
Yeah, everything has timers. Everything's on a just cooldown basically.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know.
But I don't know. You get that little bit of endorphin satisfying by watching numbers get bigger when you click stuff. So
watching numbers get bigger and also having the Pokemon skin to it, I'm like, I will continue to do this.
Yeah, like give me something good the next time. I'm still waiting on a shiny on that.
I have a shiny Bruno. Cyndaquil. I have one shiny in
I
Pokemon
see that.
Sleep.
Every time I see your little update thing, it taunts me. It's like you and your shinies.
So that's fun. I don't know how are you liking it? Are you?
I like it for what it is.
Yeah. The question is, do you like it, or do you just continue to play it? I don't know the answer for me personally.
It makes some happy juices flow, so I guess with that, I do like it.
I guess I'll give it that.
I don't. You can't expect it to be a game because you're not really gaming anything. It's just a.
There's the tiniest drop of like gameplay and like strategy or thought to put into it, and then everything else is it's Pokemon happy juices flowing. So sure, I'll give you that.
I like seeing Pokemon, and so that makes you happy. So
they got us. Pokemon has their hooks in us.
Yeah, they do.
So speaking of Pokemon having their hooks in us, do you want to go away from Pokemon?
Sure.
Cool. Have you played? Okay, so I have liked personally, and I think the listeners have liked it too. Comments down below if you agree or disagree that the A segment Pokemon, B segment other games is very fun format for the show, and I want to keep that up. What do you think? Do you like that?
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed our conversations? Cool. Well, we're gonna continue it. So last week we talked a little bit about just sort of early access and stuff, and this week, literally 35 minutes ago, I have spent the last 20 minutes with you in a recording studio. I could have spent the last 30 minutes playing Starfield. So, early access game. Where do you stand on Bethesda's games? Bethesda, just as a genre of game, Bethesda game. Where do you stand? What's your history?
I like Bethesda games. Like, just in general, Elder Scrolls, always at the top of the list. Fallout, I've always loved Fallout. Like Fallout 4, Fallout 3. I played those games to death.
Really?
So I like Bethesda games a lot. It's annoying how they release them with not finished products per se.
Sure.
But beyond that, their scope and what they do, I love it.
So you've played Fallout. You've played. I mean, who hasn't played Skyrim?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm more of a.
Skyrim
I started with Morrowind and then Oblivion.
Right.
I probably have more hours in Oblivion than I did Skyrim.
That is impressive. That is not the case for me because I definitely have more hours in Skyrim because I haven't played Oblivion. I like Bethesda games. I'm with you on that. I like what they go for in the games. Yeah. Right, big open world. There's some story in it. I've been listening to a bunch of like other people's opinions, podcasts, etc. about stuff, and everyone's talking. Starfield's coming out, so let's talk about that. Have you seen? So, like I said, Starfield had been out for like a week for early access. People, have you seen any gameplay of Starfield besides like trailer stuff? Like, have you seen anyone like streaming it or reviews on it?
I've seen some reviews. or like but the before you buys and
Sure.
everything you need to knows before you spoiler free kind of stuff.
Right.
So nothing too in depth.
So with everything that you know, are you going to get the game?
Probably.
Where do you stand?
Yeah. I'll get it whenever I
have time.
I'll add it to my backlog. But it
time?
will be in the game collection eventually.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm similar to you. I like Bethesda games. I don't have as many hours in them as I think you do. I dropped off of Fallout 4. I started my journey with Bethesda with Skyrim.
Okay.
Like back in 2012, so a year after Skyrim.
I can't believe it's that old.
It is. It came out 11/11/11. Right? So it is what, 12 years old now. Yeah. So the summer of 2012, I finished high school and was about to go to college, and I spent so much time of that summer playing Skyrim. I didn't beat it. Actually, I got stuck in it because of probably a classic Bethesda bug.
Probably.
I remember distinctly. I was like I don't remember. I couldn't tell you where in the game it was or anything, but I was in a cave. I had cleared out this cave, and to finish the quest that brought me to this cave, I had to go into this door, and it was a locked door, and the key was in the cave, except it wasn't, and I tore that cave apart for hours. Where is this damn key? Couldn't find it. Shut the game off. Never went back. I've tried to go. I've tried to play like the anniversary edition or like whatever, the gazillion editions of Skyrim. The one we got for free if you had it was like the upscaled, all fancy
remastered
one. Remaster. What
is that? What they call it?
Oh, I want to find it because I want to know what it actually is called. Steam library. Skyrim.
The one thing I'll always say, I'll say about these kind of games though, like if you're a big time RPG fan, like
special edition, they call it the special edition. What's that? What is that? Okay, anyway, sorry, go on.
It's just something else for you to spend money on, and
well, you got it for free if you had it when it released. If you had Skyrim base, like the normal game, they gave you that for free, and I was like, yeah,
that's nice,
cool.
Thanks, Todd Howard.
Thanks, Todd. Yeah. So sorry, what were we saying?
But yeah, if you're a big fan of RPGs, like they're a must play. Like they really are. Bethesda does the RPG genre, like the action RPG genre, so well. As far as like the systems in place, the story, how it's open, you have a main quest, but then there's something over there you can go do, and then there's something over. It's just there's so much in the world.
What I've noticed. And what I think holds true is that in Bethesda games, like the good story writing is not in the main quest.
No,
it's always in the side adventures, the side quests, the side stories, right? Because so you still have not played Baldur's Gate 3, have you?
I have not.
Oh, okay. So people have been like, Baldur's Gate 3 just came out. It is a beautifully written game. There's so much writing to it that like it does kind of, if you put BG3 against Bethesda games writing like falls short.
I can believe that because that's Larian too. Larian's
so good.
And they have source material to work with Baldur's Gate as far as like D&D and
that's true. That's very true.
They're not making it fully in-house, I guess, per se.
That is to their benefit and to their credit. That's very true. But I also think that like while that is it is a fair comparison, it is not always a necessary comparison, right? Like the thing is, and I've definitely spent my time looking at game reviews and listening to people like talk about games and like, oh man, I really like, I don't know, someone's opinion. So I want to really like put weight into their opinion. But then they say something that's like, whoa, wait a second. I don't like that at all. What are you talking about? Or I do like that. Like your opinion is terrible.
Yeah.
Then it's like, well, okay, you know, like as a person, as someone playing games, you can get a really good sense of I'm going to like this game, or I know this game is not for me. No reviewer is gonna match you 100%,
Yeah.
right? Like you can listen to I don't know IGN or the Know Before You Buy guy on YouTube. There's like one guy who does a lot of them. I forget.
Game facts or
Game
something.
Facts, like any of these things, right? But form your own opinion,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Uh,
that's what they're there for. Most of the big ones, like the good ones, they don't really try and push you in a direction. They just here's what.
I don't know about that. I don't know
Well,
about
okay,
that.
yeah, because some can't
Some of them do.
pay. Yeah, because they get paid to
Yeah, some of
say
them,
nice things.
some of them have
But
they're advertisers. They're not
yeah,
reviewers.
yeah. But for the most part, it's usually not a like you will like this game. Like it's here's what I think of the game. I personally
Right.
like it, but you may not like it. I think it's Game Rant does that. Is it Game Rant?
Game rant.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other one? It's zero punctuation.
Yeah.
Have you listened to his? I mean, it's
Yeah.
more comedy in his reviews, but they're technically reviews,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, so there's you can always figure it
I
out.
think it's unfair though to compare a Bethesda game to something like Baldur's Gate 3
Well, okay, yeah, yeah.
because Bethesda is the usually first person, third person action RPG compared to a CRPG.
So I agree. I agree with that, right? And I know. Like again, if you rewind 5 minutes to the episode, I said this is a fair comparison. It's only a fair comparison because it's how you as a person are going to spend your time.
Yeah.
So in that sense, right? If you're going to compare, like, I want a extremely rich story and choice based game, you're going to pick Baldur's Gate, and you
Yes.
want that style of game, right? You want that CRPG, you want that top down, or even when you play the game, try it with mouse and keyboard and try it with controller because it's like two different games. It's
I'm sure
baffling to me.
I don't know if I'd well, I mean, I guess I played uh DOS 2 on controller on consoles, so I guess it wouldn't be that weird.
It's wild to me because, like, again, I've played on my computer and I've played on my Steam Deck, and I'm like, I might actually get my controller and hook it up to my computer to play.
So it's a good
It's
job.
pretty good. Yeah, I mean,
Good.
I don't think it's necessarily like one's the way to play,
Yeah.
because it's two different. You'll see, very good.
Like, I'm used to CRPGs though, like on a computer.
Right,
That's
'cause
just that's how it feels. The
you have the
original Baldur's
grid,
Gate, Baldur's Gate 2.
you have all the hotkeys you can set up on your keyboard. You can just mouse over to whatever actions you want to do. Like that, it's a very natural way to play. I feel for that, but
Yeah.
for the controller, they do a really good job of mapping stuff that
Yeah.
like makes sense and change. The whole UI changes. It's really cool. Anyway,
I would expect much less from Larry though. Larry does a really good job with their games, from
very
my
polished game.
experience.
Yes. So, if that's the game you want to play, you can go play Baldur's Gate 3. And you do suggest that if that sounds interesting to you, you should go play Baldur's Gate 3. For Bethesda games, it's going to be like, as of late, you have these over the shoulder or first person FPS games with some light some light RPG storytelling with the character progression of your character that you get to make, right? Like, so that's entirely different experience. And I agree, genre wise, they're very different
Yes.
games, right?
Yes. But if we're talking pure story, yeah, then you can compare that if that's what you're looking for in a game.
Yes. And
Like,
I've heard,
it's like Pokemon. We don't play Pokemon for the story. No one will ever play Pokemon games for
we
pure.
say but I like this. Just I can't even say it with a straight face.
It's like so for my school for my game development, like I had to do a little write up on like a producer or something I like or like video game series, and I went with Pokemon. I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
it was one thing that that gets me about the games is like it's how the human characters are almost devoid of personality to an extent. Like
Sure.
your player character is your
Well,
you're
the
just
player character is a silent protagonist.
yeah, you're just this avatar basically.
Yes.
Like you're not much of anything in the world. Like even they've gotten better, but even the story and side characters are kind of bland compared to a lot of other games. But like all the personality is in the actual Pokemon. So in the
Correct.
monsters, like they give the game so much personality that it makes up for the fact that the humans don't have it. I think that's just a bit of an
Oh, that's an
interesting
interesting.
way to look at it because
That
they
is
do
interesting.
because that's why you
Yeah.
play the game. You play to catch them and battle them, and you spend most of your time in a battle screen.
Sure. Yeah.
So
I mean, if you're playing story wise, it's probably more like a half to a third, really,
yeah,
because it's gonna be more like
it depends on how many wild battles you do, and
we spend like 95% of our time
Yes.
with the games and
Yes.
battle screens. So sure, yeah, I get that. That's an interesting.
so
That's an
like,
interesting way to say it. Yeah.
yeah. So, and it's just kind of what makes it give it a pass. Just 'cause it's got a unique charm to it.
I had not thought about.
Could you imagine if any other developer put out this game, it would go right in the garbage.
You got Temtem, you got Koromon, you got um, others that I can't think of because obvious reasons.
I mean, even Tim Tim is like just compared. Like,
It's true. And Temtem, actually, what's really interesting is Temtem did put a little bit more like character into the characters
yeah,
because there is like a main story to it and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
But like,
and it
there's
probably doesn't hit as well because
it hits
that's not
weird. It hits
so.
weird.
From what I've seen of I haven't played it. Just looking at them, I feel like their versions of their Tim Tims don't have the same draw or personality that a
No.
Pokemon has.
No. The art style, the art style,
they
everything's
almost seem
very
like
different.
animals. They almost seem like they're just animals. They're
Yeah.
not. They're lacking.
There is
that
something
personality.
definitely missing. That's a good episode. We should do a video ranking or like this, like not ranking Temtem because there's still like 150 of them, but like I don't even want to say tearing apart Temtem, but we should talk about Temtem.
Okay.
We have a Temtem episode.
I'll have to play some Tim Tim.
Or if you don't, even better, I'll just show you the Temtem.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't played all of Temtem. I'm on. For those of you who have, I'm on the Volcano Island, and I just finished the Volcano Island, and I haven't played in like 6 months.
I just remember when that game came out, and you couldn't even like play the game.
Bad. It was bad. Yeah.
It was almost New World level.
But it was so. What's interesting is they did. I think they finished like the first region, right? Like or the equivalent of the first gen, I should say.
Yeah.
Of the main story. So I don't know how they even plan to do anything else because now they've put themselves. I mean, they've built this game that is essentially what could be what people really want Pokemon to do and have a single game with a gazillion regions and
the full MMO World of Warcraft experience.
Right, where you can keep your Pokemon, your monsters, your creatures, whatever is your Temtem, and like, but like go to and start a new region. Maybe I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm curious to see if they get that far.
Yeah, and we might see why Pokemon never
did
done that
it
because like that feels like a lot. Like a game like World of Warcraft is a lot anyway, just to keep it interesting and fresh. Yeah, like then you end up with WoW Classic and WoW Classic Hardcore that just came out. Like so you
they have to
you
end up.
You keep having to like give people the old nostalgia feeling instead of adding to the game because you've kind of hit a stagnant point.
What's weird is that they're trying both, or they're doing both, really, right? Because I think you get the classic and everything. You get those with your normal subscription. Is that true? I have to pay extra.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Either way, that should be what it is. But yeah, that's an interesting point. Either way, I'm very curious to see what Temtem does or does not do.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It'll be a good thing to keep an eye on and watch.
How did we get here? Like I had
I
a
don't know,
different
man.
thing about RPGs. Oh,
We started with this started with Bethesda.
it all comes back to Pokemon.
Yeah,
No, it was the charm and character in the monsters
yeah,
versus the humans. That's a very interesting point, right? So I'm curious to see, back to Bethesda and Starfield. I'm curious to see how. I've watched a little bit of streams. I've seen some like reviews or read some reviews and stuff, and really, it's all over the board,
yeah.
right? Like there's people who are like, this is not my game, or this is amazing. I'm having so much fun with it. I think I've seen a lot of like, you get what you get out of it, what you put into it, which is very interesting. So me, with my abundance of free time, I won't get a whole lot out of it. Uh, we'll see.
I feel like that could be true for any
That's
Bethesda game
any,
too, though,
yeah.
because
It's
you're
any
not going
game
to get
of
a
this
lot out of
caliber.
Skyrim. You're not going to get a lot out of Skyrim if you don't play
Play a
Skyrim.
lot of Skyrim,
You know,
yeah.
like
Well, I mean,
the
you
more
can say
you
that for
play,
any video game.
true. But there's
Right.
some games where you could literally, you pick up, put down, whatever. You got pretty much the
Yes.
full experience. Skyrim, like kind of thing like that. It's like, yeah, you just blaze through the main story, but you missed 90% of the game doing that.
Right. And I guess I'm very curious too. Speaking of like the stuff beyond the main story, I guess for Starfield, like the new game plus part of the game is very different than, or that
Oh,
maybe it adds something to it. It's not like you just play the game again with a different difficulty or something. Like I don't know. I don't know the details. You
that'll be
get
interesting.
something or you achieve something, right? I don't know. I'm curious to see. I'm curious
And
when
like,
that comes out.
but I feel like Bethesda games too is like, are they games you actually beat? Because I don't think you actually beat a Bethesda game. You just keep
If
doing.
you're Harrison, you just don't beat any game
That's fair.
because you
But like,
go from game to game because I have some
it's
form
like
of game ADHD.
you think like Fallout 4, like you just build your base like up. That's like I know I'd start doing that. That would become that's all I did. I didn't do anything in the quest. I'm just
I
defending
am
my
excited
base.
for space base building
Yes,
in
that
Starfield and
sounds
like the
great.
ship building.
Yes.
I want to do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
But
just let me build more stuff and more things that have nothing to do with actually beating this video game.
right. I don't know what the story for Starfield is like. You join Constellation and search for some artifacts, I think is the gist of it. But beyond that, I have no idea.
I mean, does it matter? I mean,
No, I think it's also written in a way where it doesn't really matter because you can
Yeah.
still kind of do whatever you want to do.
yeah,
I'm curious.
you're just a dude. It's like Fallout. You're just a dude that wakes up in a vault. And all right,
Yeah.
there you go.
Go.
Yeah, the world's destroyed. Have fun.
Yeah, I do like so I do like I really like the Fallout world. Despite like I've played 4 and 76. And I guess Fallout Shelter if you consider that a game. I love the Fallout like universe, like that story. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I played early 76, so back when it was just kind of okay. Not apparently it's a better game now. So I might jump back into it. I have some friends on Steam who've been playing a lot of it, so I'm like, maybe I'll join you. But like that's very fun. Skyrim is just fantasy, so that's very very cool. Like I'm a big fantasy nerd. I mean, you can see D&D books and stuff behind me, of course. And then there's Starfield being the first new Bethesda universe in 25 years is I'm curious to see how all of that translates to space.
Yeah. Probably.
Is it going to be No Man's Skyrim? Which honestly,
Hopefully better.
well, actually, if you could mash those two games together, it'd actually be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, No Man's
Give
Sky's
you
a
more
good
to
game.
do. It's just not a lot in the game.
No, there's
Well, I mean,
since at launch, no. But
yeah.
now,
Okay. I guess
there's
that's when
so much. I've been wanting to go back to it because they just No Man's Sky like just released another huge update like a week or two ago,
Yeah.
and apparently it like adds a whole quest line for post game.
Oh wow.
I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And like everything else, like they always add like, I think this one also added a new race and like I guess stabs. You get a staff now. Don't know what that means. But But to be fair, in another update, they added capes, and that was super cool. So who knows? Anyway, I don't know. It's a good game now. I'm proud of them for coming back after that terrible marketing launch that they had back 7 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
2016. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
No Man's Sky.
I want to go back to that. There's like this. I should organize my Steam list into games that I need, like a backlog of games. It'll be disgusting. I have so many games I want to go back and play.
How long like would you have to take off of work to like be satisfied with what you could play?
If I can do nothing but play games, like no like house chores or maintenance or
that's your job.
If my job was playing games, I'd be so happy because that means that YouTube succeeded. Or back when I was on Twitch, that went well. How long to get through? I don't know, because a lot of them are like big games. Like, I mean, Starfield.
Well, not even saying it like finish them, just so you feel satisfied.
So that I feel sad. I'm probably too gluttonous to ever feel satisfied for video games.
That's fair.
I think that's my toxic trait is, I don't know.
Never satisfied.
I'm never satisfied with when it comes to gaming.
It's by the time you get done, there's something new that came out. So
exactly.
You jump to it.
Like, well, if I got no new games, like from today forward, I would, by the time I caught up, there would have been several dozen new games.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, I must try this. I don't know, indie games, AAA games. There's so many good games. I just don't have the time.
Yes.
So subscribe to Patreon. Tell your friends about the channel. Like, let's get this going so that I can just play games, entertain y'all.
Yes.
What about you? How long do you think you would have to?
I think if you give me like 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That's such a different answer.
And I would be satisfied for a bit. You know what I mean? Like, I would hit like okay, I felt like I played what I needed to play. I needed to do something else.
I do actually, to that point, I feel like because of just how I know I am as a person, I would have to go away from games for at least some amount of time and then come back to them. Whether that be the game itself, like actually switching from like game A to game B, or just like I have to go touch grass and walk around or something for like a day, and then I can come back to playing games or something. I don't know, if it was if legitimately it was my job, I would. I wonder if I would have the same gluttonous feeling for games. I feel like I would
probably change. It might change a little bit though, just because then it might become work.
Well, the thing is, I thought about this too. Like, I'd have to have like games that are like for work, and then games that are for Harrison.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I'm not gonna.
Like, when I streamed and a lot more, like playing VGC was more like the work playing stream, and so like whenever I wasn't, like, nope, not touching it. I'm only playing it if I'm streaming.
No, so I've throughout the years having various bouts of different content creation, the Game Corner being the most recent iteration. Hello, thank you for listening. I've gotten into the ruts of like, I can't play this game because I have to play it on stream.
Yeah.
Or like, I need to take a break from games because I want to stream later. I can't play any game right now.
Yeah.
But like, I know for a fact that I want to. I'm trying to go into content, different stuff right now. Take the Game Corner, do some new stuff with it, and completely kind of change that part of my brain to allow me to do other things, right? Like, to not, like, if I start Starfield again tonight, I can play while I'm on a cruise next week and not feel bad about it. Like, I like get that.
That's how you like, yeah. Yeah,
it's not important. Because this isn't my job.
Exactly.
Anyway, I don't know. There would be a balance they'd have to strike, I think, for that. But on the flip side, you could just not play games if you're not streaming or doing something. Right? If it was your job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I feel like if you do that, you dilute the experience for you personally a little bit.
That's probably very true. That's probably very
because
true.
if you're only playing a game on stream, you have to be streaming to play it, but it's something that you want to play.
Yeah.
At the same time, and it's like, oh, I got some time, but it's like, oh, I can't right now.
How do streamers do it?
I don't know. They probably don't like what they stream, so they just
yeah. Ooh, maybe.
I guess, you could make multiple save files, but I feel like that gets annoying.
That would be, I could not do that. I could not do like a stream profile and a personal profile for almost any game. I'm not sure there's a game I could do that for.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. What do you think? Let us know down below in the comments. Oh, hold on. Let me see if trying to find something. Never mind. I have nothing. Ignore me. That was a complete brain fart of a moment. Do we have anything else? Are we done?
After that, probably.
Yeah, this is a good place to end, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna close out. Have you had any time to play video games? Still? No, nothing.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
Same sad existence.
I will.
I can play. There's like a few things I can play here and there sometimes, but it needs to be quick. Like I said, I can play through my Scarlet or through my Violet, like laying in bed,
right.
Things like that. I can play things like that usually, but it's just sitting down and playing something big. Like I said, I haven't even got Baldur's Gate 3 or anything yet.
Yeah, but sure.
Whenever things maybe slow down a little bit, I'll finally.
When will that ever be for you?
I don't know, man.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
It's horrible.
I want to shout out. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. You're good. You're good.
I thought you were done. I want to shout out Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars? My goodness. What is this game called? Sea of Stars? Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is a game by Sabotage Studios, and I think they're from French Canada. Shout out to Pierre. That is very good. It's based off of based off the JRPG genre, like Chrono Trigger type stuff. It's a very pretty game. It's very fun. The writing is a tiny bit subpar because of French being his first language and not English. So some stuff doesn't quite land right, but that's a-okay. It's a great game. It's very pretty. I backed it like 7 years ago, whatever it was. So
nice.
I'm very happy.
I've seen it advertised around.
It's very unique. I liked it so far. So Sea of Stars, I've been playing it on Steam Deck. Same thing that you just said. Like I played it in bed right before I go to sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
Like yes.
That's why I need to get me a Steam Deck, man. That thing sounds great.
Yeah, I can't wait to play Starfield on this later and have it melt in my hands.
Yes, probably.
So we'll see how that goes. All right. Well, we have. Oh wait, that's not how we end this. I'm Harrison. You can find me at row_ixon on all of the things. And I'm gonna start doing different things on this channel. I'm commandeering the channel for my own stuff. You can say nothing about it, Sheldon.
It's yours. You can do.
It's not mine. It's ours.
Well, ours, yes.
Yes.
Partly.
I guess ours is mine is a subset of ours.
Something like that.
I think I said that right.
I mean, there's literally nothing I can do to stop you. So
that is very, very true. Do I hold all the power on this channel? I have all the accounts. Anyway, okay, fine. It's mine. Yeah, I look forward to that. Sheldon, who are you?
I am Sheldon. You can find me on the Twitterverse at Captain_Unova and Captain Unova pretty much everywhere else. So.
And together we've been the Game Corner. We'd like to give a shout out to RobKTA and Game Chops for the use of our theme song Goldenrod Game Corner off the Ultraball album. You can find us at the Game Corner VGC on Twitter and all. It's all down below in the link tree. Just click that and go to places. Come join us in Discord. All that fun stuff. Maybe you'll catch a stream or something. by one of us, because Sheldon eventually will stream again.
Eventually.
But most importantly, until next time, press start and game on. Bye. I just realized that's terrible advice that we give. Press start and game on. We don't do that. We don't game.
Do as I say, not as I do.
All right, there you go. I guess that's it.
Learn from my mistakes.
Play more games.
Yeah.